Hi everybody, this is Lauren of Cooks Books, and today we are going to completely overhaul my bookcase because it's disgusting and it's really getting on my nerves, and I want it to be pretty so one day I might be able to film in front of it. And as always, I thought you could come along for the bookish ride with me, so here we go. So after a ridiculously long time, we've actually managed to finish the bookcase and it's looking pretty good if I don't say so myself. I'm going to give you a quick tour, see if I can climb up. So start at the top, we have a Japanese art print and we've got Rexy and Woody. Then I've got my really cool alien spaceship bookends holding up my hardbacks. Purely because there wasn't anywhere it would fit because it's so big, the Maps book by Ms. Lenski's has to go on the bottom. And I've got The Fox and the Star by Corey Bickford Smith, which is a lovely illustrated children's book. Short story collection by Neil Gaiman, Trigger Warning. Short story collection by Stephen King, which is The Bazaar of Bad Dreams. Bill Bryson's most recent release, which is The Road a Little Dribbling, which is kind of him revisiting the trip he took to England when he was young. Then we have I, Robot by Isaac Asimov, which is a short story collection. We have The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry, which Simon talks a lot about and his channel name is completely blanked. I will write it here. Then we have The Miniaturist and The Muse, both by Jessie Burton. Then we have The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williams. The Best Bear in All the World by 4 different authors. Ghosts from Our Past, which is the Ghostbusters 2016 tie-in novel, and the F. Scott Fitzgerald, The Great Gatsby. Then we have Arlo from The Good Dinosaur. We have another dinosaur I have named Greg, and another dinosaur I have named Ralph. And we have the wall art of The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Chapters. Coming down the shelf of the house is all of my collections of books. We have my Penguin English Library collection, which consists of Far from the Madding Crowd, Two in a Tower, The Mayor of Castbridge, Tess of the D'Urbervilles, all by Thomas Hardy. We have Vanity Fair by William Makepeace Thackeray, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, and 2 H.G. Wells novels, The Invisible Man and The Island of Dr. Moreau. In front of those I'm just keeping my Honey Blossom Yankee candle, which smells very nice, but sadly YouTube will not let you smell that. Not yet. Then we just have 2 normal vanilla candles from work, and this is my memory jar where I fold up cute things that happen throughout the year and I put them in there, but I'm really bad at remembering to do stuff, so it's not that full. And this is just the memo block I write all the notes on. Behind that you may recognise my Penguin 70th Anniversary collection, and those are all short stories by modern classics writers, and they are absolutely amazing. I've not got into them yet, but they're lovely and they're beautiful, and they are rainbow on my shelf. So to kind of continue on the rainbow, I put my vintage red spines up there next. Just move those candles. So we have The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. We have Through the Looking Glass and Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. We have Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, Casino Royale by Ian Fleming, The Magus by John Fowles, Aldous Huxley's A Brave New World, Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse 5, and James Joyce Ulysses. This is really petty, but they're all vintage red spines. Should they not all be the same height? Look at you, Ulysses, and you, Atwood. And the candle in front of those is another Yankee, and it's black coconut. Then coming down onto the next shelf, if we come down here, this is where my pop collection is mostly housed. Oh, she's fallen over. We have Lapis Lazuli from Steven Universe, and this is in the new smaller range of pops they've brought out recently. Also from Steven Universe we have Pearl. From the Marvel Universe we have Captain America, Buffy from Spike, the Queen, that is Kate McKinnon in Ghostbusters. We have Hawkeye, my fave. Then we have Stephen of Steven Universe, Greg from Steven Universe, and Moriarty from Sherlock, with his little IOU apple. So the books on the shelf, we have Robert Louis Stevenson's Alala, Anon's Sinbad the Sailor, The Brothers Grimm, The Robber Bridegroom, Afra Ben's Orunuko, Afrobenza Ranuku, Emily Dickinson's My Life Had Stood a Loaded Gun. Then we're moving on to the Collins Classics, and I'll just move Pearl out of the way. We have Much Ado About Nothing by William Shakespeare, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle, Charles Dickens' The Great Expectations, and Jules Verne, 2000 Leagues Under the Sea. Moving on to my new John Steinbeck collection, Sorry Cap. We have Of Mice of Men and The Grapes of Wrath, not East of Eden, as I kept saying on my haul the other day. Then we have the only Penguin Essential I have at uni with me, and that's Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita. Then we move on to the Vintage Classics Virginia Woolf range, and I've got A Room of One's Own and Mrs. Dalloway. Then we've got my only Penguin Modern Classic, which is Jean Le Carre's The Night Manager, which was made really famous by the recent BBC adaptation. Then I've got two Wordsworth classics, which are Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and William Shakespeare's Macbeth, followed by Camilla by J. Sheridan Le Fanu, and I don't actually know which edition that is, but it's nice, it's quite simple. Then I have Oscar Wilde's Picture of Dorian Gray, which might actually also be a Penguin Essential. I'll have to look that up. No, it's not. It's just the Oscar Wilde New Penguin range. Ooh, sorry. Then we have my only Penguin Deluxe edition, which is James Joyce, The Portrait of an Artist as a Young Man. We have The Origins of Modern Feminism by Jane Rendell. Sorry, my lady, there's another queen that needs to be addressed behind you, and that is Russell T Davies and Benjamin Cook in The Writer's Tale, the final chapter, which talks about what it's like to write Doctor Who. Then we have Buffering by Hannah Hart, The Last Miner in Sherborne by Colin Looker, and that is a non-fiction book about mining in the northeast, which is where I'm from. Then we have Man-Made Language by Dan Spender, and apparently that is a very problematic linguistic book. Then we have The Actual Linguistics Bay, David Crystal, on how language works, which is quite a popular linguistics book. Then we have two more pop linguistics, the Introducing Linguistics and Introducing Semiotics. Then we have the Scott Pilgrim collection, including the colour hardcover edition, and then 1 to 6 in the black and white. We have 3 Augustine Burroughs books, which are Dry, Magical Thinking, and Running with Scissors. Now we're on to the miscellaneous other forms, so I have Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire and Patrick Marber's 3 Days in the Country, which are both plays. I have Caroline Duffy, The World's Wife, T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland, a Anthology of Slam, and Simon Armitage Kid, which are all poetry. And finally, tucked in the end there, I have Ella Francis Sanders' book, which is an illustrated compendium of untranslatable words. Coming down here, we have David Tennant, The 10th Doctor, A Lucky Cat, and a TARDIS, in front of my 50th anniversary Doctor Who collection. The only one not there is Beautiful Chaos, featuring the 10th Doctor, because I read that about 4 years ago, and it was really good. And that's at home. Tucked in here we have Blue is the Warmest Colour, which is a graphic novel, a zine, and Adrian and the Tree of Something, which I read last month and didn't enjoy. Tree of Secrets, there you go. Then we're going on to general fiction now, another candle from work. And we have Girl on the Train, Paula Hawkins, The Grown Up and The Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. We have The Accidental Billionaires by Ben Mesrich, Jeffrey Eugenides, Middlesex, Japan, A Short History, Girl Trouble by Carol Diehouse, Flappers by Judith McCrell, Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, Uprooted by Naomi Novak, Clash of Kings by George R. R. Martin, The Maze Runner by James Deshner, Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell, Natural History of Dragons by Mary Brennan, Philip K. Dick, The Man in the High Castle, Angela Carter, The Bloody Chamber, Neil Gaiman, American Gods, Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Groudon, Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale Again, Patrick Ness, The Rest of Us Just Live Here, Neil Gaiman's Smoke and Mirrors, The Blue Giant, Kazuo Shigeru, Savage Song by V.E. Schwab, and Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. And in front of that lives a sign which I've pulled off and cannot get back on the shelf with one hand. Just a really cute little sign that says hello in front of all of my books. And it's actually lit up but we can't tell. Oh yeah, that looks even better than I hoped it would. Then coming down we start to get the boring books. We have another graphic novel, Leaves on the Wind, which is from Firefly. We have 2 linguistics books, which are textbooks, Practical Introduction to Phonetics and Phonetics by Catford and Ball and Hilly respectively. I've not actually used them in a couple of years, but they are good introductory phonetics books. The rest are all varying notebooks I have. That is my quote book, which I like. It's kind of playing on The Hound of Baskerville by Arthur Conan Doyle. We have 2 Pokemons here and I want to try and remember their names. We call you Diego, but I don't know what type of Pokemon you are. And you are Pikachu, but you are wearing another Pokemon, and I'm not sure what that says about your personality. Then we have another TARDIS teapot box, and we have a piggy bank in the shape of a pig, and it's a capitalist pig, so we call him Orwell. And then we have a little mug full of train tickets and gig tickets, and that is York Christmas Fair on the front there. And the bottom shelf is just boxes of makeup, which are not interesting, so I won't show you them. So this is a very tired Lauren of Cook's Books signing off. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful run up to Christmas, and I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.